Hey, yo, what up, everybody? Danny here to talk about Event 2 for the 2023 WZA Qualifier. Event just dropped. It's an interesting one. It's 5 rounds of 2-minute AMRAPs, 20 bar-facing burpees into max effort clean and jerks with the remaining time and 1 minute rest with an obvious time cap of 14 minutes. So we got some thoughts here. Let's jump straight into this. I think it's very easy to look at this workout because, by the way, the barbell ascends every round. I think it's very easy to look at this workout and see the end of it, especially for elites and RX, where it finishes at 275, 185, and to feel very overwhelmed with that. And you know, rightfully so. That's a heavy weight to finish such an intense workout on. But we really feel passionately that most of the attention on this workout needs to be redirected to the first 2 or 3 rounds of this workout rather than the back half. Yes, that's heavy. And for some folks, that's going to be close to that 90% range, and we get that. However, I don't really think that's going to be the biggest impact on this workout. Well, I guess the better way to say this is we think that most of you guys can have a bigger impact in the front half of this workout than the latter half of this workout. So let's talk about why. So by the end of this workout, you would have obviously performed 100 burpees. I don't really need to say that. You guys can do that math yourself. But you also would have performed a very high level of fast, touch and go, probably not too technical towards the end, ground to overhead repetitions. And we can't say for sure without having this tested, but we really feel strongly that the majority of your reps and your score is going to come in those first 1 to 3 rounds. So that means your pace in those first 1 to 3 rounds needs to be an aggressive pace. Let's talk about these burpees before we get more into the clean and jerk pace. So we also feel that the first 3 rounds will be awarded to the best movers who are moving the most efficiently. When it comes to the burpee and the burpee rhythm, that's going to be incredibly important. Notice that 2-foot takeoff is not mandatory. So developing a consistent and repeatable but hard pace on the burpee, I think, is going to be a big piece of the puzzle. We have some folks that are going to test certain versions of these workouts today on Thursday. And even for the ones that are starting with a different event on Friday, we recommend warming up with burpees. Yes, even if it's not your event today, warming up with some hard sets of burpees so you guys can, number 1, develop your rhythm, your pattern, but so you also have a good idea of what is a too hard of a pace and what's a repeatable pace. This is a workout that the athlete needs to find where that individual line is for him or for her. We cannot say for sure everyone needs to be done with the burpees by such and such time. That pace, that tempo is going to be individualized for everybody. So once again, I got some guys coming in to test some of the workouts for today. They're not doing event number 2, but part of their warm-up is going to be burpees at this fast pace. Maybe 1 fast set of 10 and then 1 set of 20, maybe 2 fast sets of 10 with rest and 1 set of 20, some kind of structure like that, because we want to start planting that seed that you know what that repeatable aerobic pace is going to be for you. Okay, we don't want to spend extra time stepping if we don't have to. We don't want to spend extra time on the floor if we don't have to. And that's going to come through practice and developing a repeatable movement pattern. Okay, let's jump into this too. So some very interesting insight that Lewis had when we were talking about these first rounds is, man, especially in the first 2 to 3 rounds, 3 to 5 seconds matters way more on those first 2 to 3 rounds than they will on the back half of the workout. What does that mean? Well, when the bar is at 95 pounds, 65 pounds, your ability to squeeze out more repetitions is much more realistic, and you can have a much greater impact in 3 to 5 seconds than you will when the bar is at 275 and maybe you can get 1. So we're not gonna give the general guidance that everyone needs to go maximal effort on those clean and jerks, but we strongly feel a grace style pace is what we expect to see the people who are going to be the most successful in this workout. And yes, that means on the early bars as well. Okay, now that is for the folks who are still going to be able to manage some of the later bars. We also know that we have some followers who literally will not be able to lift the last barbell. We understand that's going to happen. And for you guys, I have that same guidance, but it's even more so. We do not want you guys to take the mindset or the mentality that you have to manage fatigue, so you have a lot for those last clean and jerks at the end. You get the gym full of people, cheering after you. You get 1 or 2 repetitions in. That is not the goal. That's not what we want to do. Remember, your score here is about your clean and jerks. So the amount of repetitions, even if you go at an overly aggressive pace, and that makes you sacrifice the 1 or 2 reps on the backside, we feel strongly that that's more than likely going to be the best strategy for event number 2. Like we said, this is especially for those who have that strength limiter on the last bar, so please be mindful of that. The last thing I'll say, as far as structural limitations, yes, grip fatigue can be a factor. If you have experienced some grip fatigue with workouts like Grace, like Randy, we could see that here, but I don't think it's going to be as much as the first event. Another structural limitation could very well be your spine, your back fatigue. So for those of you guys who have a history of back injuries like myself, you need to spend extra time warming up and being mindful of that movement pattern. But overall, the overarching theme, I don't think will be structural limitation on most people's back. I think both of those, well, especially the grip fatigue limiter is a little bit more prevalent in the first test than the second test. That's all I got for you guys today. Looking very much forward to see your guys' scores. Make sure you read these standards. Understand that you cannot take a round off on the burpees. I've had a few people text me that already. So just take it all in, and good luck. Peace.